Peace. Happy now. Now's the vibrate. Not too far in the future. Not too far in the past. Oh. Right now. Right now I wanna run a little information past y'all that I just came across. Of course, I'm always attaining and getting information from all different places. And I came across the brethren, I forgot the name of the brethren's actual YouTube channel, but I think it's Black Magic 363, but don't quote me. Don't quote me, boy, because I ain't say shit. But I think it's Black Magic. But anyway, but I know people that's familiar with the conscious movement, especially dealing with New York or side of the TV. It was a video that the Brother Rich and the Brother Red Pill was doing or whatever. And matter of fact, and they was two going off of this website called themindunleashed.com, basically. And what we was talking about is basically what I'm getting into is how all the planets are moving direct, you know what I'm saying, or what they call, moving direct, you know what I'm saying. Matter of fact, all planets in direct motion is what it's really called, or you could use the acronym APDM, you know what I'm saying, the APDM cycle. But it's basically all planets moving, basically almost moving in synchronicity, but I'm gonna speak it from, you know what I'm saying, from the website or whatever. And this started on January 8th, you know what I'm saying? So basically it started yesterday, and it's gonna be going, this energy is gonna be around up until February 6th. And I say energy, but I mean it is an energy that's around, because when planets are aligned a certain way, it gives off a certain type of vibration, a certain energy. As a matter of fact, because I'm going to get into it, because this is a good thing for everybody, with what's going on right now. But these planets, they're all moving direct starting January 8, 2017. And it'll be like that up until, estimated to February 6th, from what I heard from most sources. February 6, 2017. And matter of fact, ancients saw this as a time of great fortune and and a very opportune time. And let's see, just to speak on from the words of Stephanie Wave Forrest. In some cases, I saw it named Stephanie, or saw her named as Stephanie Forrest. But I also saw Wave Rain. They say Wave Rain on the little website I just talked about. If you go to the mindunleashed.com, it'll say Wave Rain. But because I try to get these names and everything as correct and factual as possible. But Wave Rain, the first known astrologer to really speak on the subject as far as the planets moving direct, and to teach on the subject, you know what I'm saying? But she's the first known person to, first known astrologer to teach on the subject and speak on it. But she states that now, here in this moment, from our geocentric view, our entire solar system moving together in the same direction like a flowing cosmic river. When I saw pictures, like basically like all the planets, no matter on what, course of orbit they were on, they were kind of all lined up, together. And matter of fact, and we all could, try our best to put this to test with our little apps, looking at the solar system. And I tell people too, because I know first thing that pop into the mind when we dealing with the solar system and stuff, I understand is like, oh, but I wonder even if the world is round and if this is that, and NASA say it is what it is. I mean, I understand all that craziness that go on with it, but the best way to kind of keep a grounded idea about the universe is just know as above, so below, you know what I'm saying? And it's, somewhat representation of what, and I even say somewhat a representation of what's inside. It's what's outside of you, you know what I'm saying? So, try to think of our solar system just like the pioneers, like a sun, within your body, try to think of the as above, so below aspect of it. You know what I'm saying? But basically, these energies are flowing together like a cosmic river, And so it's creating a very opportune energy is the best thing to say the least, you know what I'm saying? So right now is a very, very abundant, opportune time. As a matter of fact, it's recommended by astrologers for successful mergers, marriages, large acquisitions, charity events, physical operations, inaugurations, launching of new businesses. But it is recommended for you to, start on all these type of things right now, in this time period. Look, strike while the iron is hot, you know what I'm saying? And what's kind of ironic, like with me moving to Cali, you know what I'm saying? It just all makes sense too, you know what I'm saying? If you seeing the energy kind of change, because matter of fact, we just coming out of retrograde also, out of the Mercury retrograde at basically on January 8th in essence. So and in essence, it's almost like a different type of retrograde, as far as like with the movement of the planets, but it's just not going, backwards. But also, just to speak a little more on it. And matter of fact, I'm getting most of this information from this website that I tell y'all. I'm gonna keep telling y'all, the mindunleashed.com, and from the video that Brethren Red Pill was speaking on it, and the brother Rich. But an APDM cycle is uniquely a time where the Earth's perspective becomes like the sun. You know what I'm saying? So it's almost like we the middle planet, almost like we could see all the other planets, matter of fact, are lined up around us. Where the solar system can provide an extraordinary kind of cosmic assistance to an endeavor created to benefit rather than to hinder human life on Earth. So right now, you know what I'm saying, there's giving assistance to, to the creator's benefit, you know what I'm saying? And it's not a hindering energy, but it's like I said, it's an opportune energy, it's abundant energy flowing right now when these planets go direct. So right now is the best time to visualize having that business you want, visualize having that house you want, visualize hitting the lotto, however, whatever works for you, you know what I'm saying? But right now is a very opportune time to visualize or work on certain things to bring a business to life, you know what I'm saying? To just anything positive that you're just trying to get done and you want some positive vibes and good energy on a high level with it. Right now, starting from January 8th to February 6th is the time. Strike while the iron is hot. But also, and it just says where the whole planet can be energized by cosmic fuel rather than fossil fuels, you know what I'm saying? So it's just basically like when these planets go direct, they giving off an opportune vibration right now, Matter of fact, and like I said, it's called All Planets in Direct Motion, or it could be called APDM. And matter of fact, the brethren also spoke on, which I'm not gonna get because I tried to look it up, but I didn't. Like I said, because when people say something, I also like to do, of course, do your own research, you know what I'm saying? But the Brethren Red Pill brought up something about something happening on December 19th, 2016, where large energy from an unknown source was hitting the Earth, you know what I'm saying? This energy spins the planet on all sides over time. And something about this energy started to form on December 18th. And I was wondering if, because I missed, in the video, Sangi said December 18th, 1500, you know what I'm saying, instead of December 18th, 2015. So I'm going to have to go and do some extra research on that too. But he is basically kind of adding on to the situation with the all planets going direct, And like I always tell people, man, like these energies dealing with astrology, you know what I'm saying? These are things that affect us. So whether you like to believe it or not, these energies do affect you. Your astrology, your zodiac signs, you know what I'm saying? The vibration that come with it, you know what I'm saying? They're constantly a part of you. It's staying in your DNA and your soul, the algorithm of your soul, your DNA is in there, you know what I'm saying? That vibration. And matter of fact, I always bring up, speaking on astrology, Ronald Reagan had an astrologist that he consulted before he signed paperwork. You heard me? Know what I'm saying? Like, bruh, it's real. Like, Ronald Reagan ain't crazy. You know what I'm saying? That man, look, all right, before I sign this paperwork, before I go to war with these people, You know, Mercury ain't retrograde, you know, but that's basically how it works. You know what I'm saying? In essence of just questioning astrology in general, or just because the forecast, we are guys, that create. We are one with source. We're coming into being God. You know what I'm saying? But we have that power of God where we manifest and create. But at the same time, there are vibrational forecasts out there that you can't change. You know what I'm saying? In essence. But you just kind of got to go with the flow, you know what I'm saying? Or the direct flow in this case. But that's all I have on the subject, It's like I said, just a little quick little information grab that I got. Matter of fact, just recently, and I want to put that out there, so because I feel like a lot of people could benefit off of the knowledge of knowing that between January 8th and February 6th is an opportune time to stay abundant and stay positive in your thoughts, you know what I'm saying? And matter of fact, and even with that, you know what I'm saying, the universe still, like I said, is going to be giving that extra help. But right now, starting businesses, you know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, because what's funny, Mercury retrograde, you know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, because it's also, I think, dealing in with Gemini with communications and stuff too, you know what I'm saying? Because that Gemini is tied to Mercury, so Mercury is tied to communications, and so it wasn't a good thing to sign like business deals or do anything dealing with electronics. It was a bad time, just recently, and then now coming out of it, now is one of the best times to to sign a contract, to start a business, to communicate and do things, get things done. In between January 8th, 2017 and February 6th. I just want to keep repeating so y'all can understand. Visualize, like picture that whatever it may be, that house you wanted, picture, those books you wanted, you know what I'm saying? Picture, those Tibetan singing bowls you wanted to get that you felt was expensive. Picture all that, you know what I'm saying? And no, cause too, now I'm speaking to the people who fresh into this where they don't really know. Y'all may not know. You gotta know that you could manifest these things. Put that ego aside. You know what I'm saying? Ego gonna always feel like, oh man, you can't manifest though. You can't. Put your ego aside, man. You can manifest. So just stay positive in your thoughts. Visualize what you want. Matter of fact, I forgot what Bible verse, but it is in a Bible verse where ye see it and ye shall have it. All that have it and see it. Y'all know how to talk. You know what I'm saying? But that, visualizations, law of attraction. Right now is the most opportune time. One of the most opportune times. But peace. Happy now. Now's the vibrate. Creating in the now, not too far in the future, not too far in the past. Right now, timeless, ageless. Right now.